Hey folks, Colin here from Sumthins Recording, and today we're continuing along mixing a song from start to finish. And today we're going to try and tackle the lead guitar track. So I've decided to tackle the lead guitar track here before we dive into the vocals, leaving our vocal track completely for last year. So we actually only have two tracks left. We have our lead guitar, which we're going to tackle today, and then our lead vocals, which we will tackle next time. But before we dive in here, if you're ready to go a little bit deeper into the mixing process in its entirety and really start to hone your workflow as a mixing engineer, then I have just the thing for you. It is my 7-step mixing checklist, and it's just a simple PDF that will walk you through the entire mixing process, step by step, to help you get professional and radio-ready mixes without any more of the hassle and without any more of the guesswork. Completely free guide, and you can download it below using the link in the video description. Now let's get started here. We're going to go about this kind of the same way we've been working here. So I'm going to play the track and see if there's any tweaks I need to make so far here. And then we're going to pull up our lead guitar and get this into the track here. And then we'll only have one thing left before we tweak everything together here as a package. So I'm going to get my headphones on here. And let's take a listen and see what we have. That sounded really, really good, actually. I'm happy with everything so far. We'll flip back into stereo here for the moment, just so any kind of stereo effects that we add to the lead guitar come through when we hear those. I'm going to bump this lead guitar up. We have it panned all the way to the left here for the outro section. I'm going to add a couple markers here just so I have the previous loop. And then I'm going to add one right here. And we're going to loop out the ending section so I can pull up this lead guitar. And if you don't know how to add markers in Studio One, it's just Y. So if I delete this guy here, so if we're at here, I just press Y, a marker will go in. And if you double click on it, you can name it if need be. I'm just going to leave them as numbered here for the moment. So I'm going to hit play. We're going to pull up this lead guitar and take a look at it. So I'm actually going to flip back to mono just because this is pan. So let's take a listen. Got it a good place level-wise here in the mix. So I'm going to hit play here, and we're going to get started. We shouldn't need too many effects like a layered delay or anything on it. You can hear there's some effects baked into the guitar sound, which is what you'll tend to have with a good lead guitar player. You'll have some baked-in effects that you can work off of or just extend or build on with like a reverb or something. But we're going to get started here with just our EQ. You can hear it's just slightly up above here on the left side when I flip back to stereo, because our lead vocal is going to stay right in the middle here for this outro section. So our lead guitar is tucked off to the left, and it's just above our other electric guitar here. So let's get started on pulling EQ on this. not much work here to do with the EQ. I mean, our biggest difference is being made by the high pass filter here. So listen on my AB one more time. You can hear the difference before and after on our EQ here. So cleaning up all of that noisy low end there, rolling up a little bit into the low mid area to trim some of that off. We're focusing in, you can see on this high mid and upper mid range area. Rolled off just a touch of the top end here to about 8K. And then we're boosting just a smidge here at about 4K, about almost 2 dB. I don't want to go too far here. If you heard while I was boosting this up, it was starting to get a little bit harsh. But that's sounding good. I'm going to try maybe a touch of compression on it and see what that gives us as well. That's feeling really nice. That holds the guitar in place very nicely. I like that. It doesn't exaggerate anything for me. It doesn't bring up low mid area. It doesn't make the highs too harsh. It kind of just rounds everything out together and bakes it right in one place. So I'm going to hit play here and we're going to pull this back inside the mix here. And then we'll see if we need to extend any of the effects with maybe that same flat plate reverb here. I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this room reverb here and we'll make it like a hall verb. We'll try this recital hall here. We'll use the same EQ after it. I'm going to send to the electric guitar from here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it opposite the lead guitar. Since our lead guitar is panned left, and we'll change this to hall verb. Since our lead guitar is panned left, we'll pan the verb right. But let's take a listen and tweak our verb here. So what that's giving us is that's actually giving us an extra sense of balance. So you heard me solo up just the guitars there to take a listen to our stereo spectrum. Listen one more time here. So we have, this is our little bit of balancing, right? Obviously our keys are stereo, so those are fine, but We have our electric guitar and our acoustic guitar that are panned opposite each other, so those are balancing each other out. But when we throw in this lead guitar that's panned just to the left, we lose a little bit of balance in our stereo spectrum. So putting the hall reverb for our lead guitar opposite it, we gain some of that balance back. So listen without, and then I'll kick in this hall reverb. Listen to how our stereo spectrum balances back out. So if you have a lead guitar part that you're struggling to fit inside your track, especially if it's fighting with your lead vocal, definitely try panning it off to one side and then using a reverb pan to the opposite side to balance out that lead guitar. All we needed is a little bit of EQ here, wiping off all that low mid and low area, and then just a touch of compression to hold that electric guitar, that lead guitar part in place. I hope that was helpful for you. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you're ready to take your mixes to the next level and really start dialing in a workflow as a mix engineer, then I have just the tool for you, and it is completely free. It's my 7-step mixing checklist, and you can download it below to start creating more professional mixes in less time. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you in the next video.